here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Ready! Alert! Alert!
Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he'll work down inside the 45. Well, this defense for the Cards, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe him.
He's got room at the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On first and 10, it's Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. They'll try and run here with Swift. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, they moved the ball well there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately, Charles, they'll have to settle for the field goal.
Well, they certainly were moving it well and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's wondered in his game partner. Will this offense look back at this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because you know a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Cardinals at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Murray keeps it himself. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. Murray going to fire one out wide. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cards have moved out in front. An extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Hold the stick.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year? It was plagued by this type of a play. And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Right here, 3. Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Manuel. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. A CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Justin Jefferson, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. An extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that... And he lost the football, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And so the last three drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number two, maybe they actually have the lead.
And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Cardinals. Justin Jefferson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Take it in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Murray now to throw. His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. They'll try the left side. Peoples. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 2nd and 11 now, Murray. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Here's Murray from midfield. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And some space here. Touchdown, Detroit! DeAndre Swift, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Finding space at the 40, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after,
the ball comes out. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. On play action, it's Murray. Rolling to his left. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
A final shot before half for Murray. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Play fake. Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Murray again. This one brought in by Jefferson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Peoples. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Murray. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
From the 29, Manuel. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. but a guy of his size can't really hide it. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero, nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now Manuel. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he's got room. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
195 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, Manuel.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Murray.
Goes right back to McBride.
And some room to maneuver. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Slot man moves right. Now on 2nd and 13. Murray. This is taken in by McBride. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Peoples. They find some open field here. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's McBride. Touchdown! Trey McBride. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. The extra point by Nagar is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now.
That's caught inside the 20. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Williams loses the football, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be... He's got a man complete! And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. On first down, Manuel. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. But defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Cards are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Now whistles and a timeout call here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw it. Murray forced out to his left. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this.